Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So a nice run there. And I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Rodgers now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Rodgers, out to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this belongs to the Vikings.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mon now off of play action. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Mon. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. It left side, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 4, and it gives him the first. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Mond looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. PAT up and good by Rosas, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. He's got him in. Complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Rodgers on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 43 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second down. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to throw it. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Rodgers. They go screen with Dillon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take... downfield punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Steps away. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jones, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Eluding the pressure right. A check down here to Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Rolling to his left. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers going to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 44, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. Touchdown! Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 17-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This one fielded at the 5. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On first down, here's Mon. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here. Mon. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Flushed out right. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Handoff comes to Cook. Spinning away. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd down and 7.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. All day, here, all day, all day, here, all day.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. On play action. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We had an offense working with a comfortable. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On first down, it's Jones, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. Jones has it. First down and much more here for Jones. That's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, 41 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Mond out of the shotgun. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Mond's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Now back to throw. Open man once again, it's Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 12. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
To throw again on second down. Mond. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Mond looks to throw on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Looking to throw again on second down. Mond. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
That's caught, and he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here, and this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.